everyone, and welcome to Moonride. This is Dave Johnson. I'm channeling the man in the moon today. So I'm going to take a look and see will they replace Biden with someone else, and just take a look again at the situation here with the election coming up. I think it is more complicated than we are thinking, or at least that we know now. And believe me, everyone, I have really strong feelings about this, so I'm really trying to put them aside here as I take a look and see what spirit shows me. So, will they replace Biden? One thing spirit's showing me right now is lots and lots of books. This is just advice, I feel like, for the Democratic Party. Facts do not matter here. If we were interested in facts, we would already know that Biden is a great president in many ways. So why are we going over the facts? That's just not the extra thing that we need. It's books and books and books and books. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure here, like an overwhelming set of information. So I see Biden. I'm just going to hold the microphone a little closer so that you can hear over the train. Just actually kind of something fairly positive. I do see Biden just almost pushing these books aside. And he does look quite happy. When I ask, are they going to replace you? He kind of shakes his head. It's not a strong shake, but he's kind of like, no, it's not super strong. So let's see what else we get. Okay, Biden's showing me kind of a way forward. And then Biden sort of stops. He stops and he sits for a moment and he sits sort of cross legged. There are a couple of opportunities in the horizon, like a couple of people that could replace him, a man and a woman. But he says, again, no, they're not going to do that. It's kind of like they have it's almost like they're a backup plan. Like, yeah, these are the two people that we're going to use if, but he's kind of giving the no again. We're not going to use them. But like they've sort of thought about that and gotten together about it. Again, he shakes his head no. I don't think that they are going to replace Biden. He just says no. I would say, greater reasons than are totally apparent for not doing that. There's some political wisdom going on here. I mean, part of me honestly is just, why are we playing by this old playbook? It's not working very well. But I do see that there's some political experience here that does count for a good deal. So Biden, what else are you going to tell me? I think it's in a strange way. hmm, In a strange way, it seems odd, but it's almost like Biden has brought people into the tent. Somehow their concern here, it's like when people are realizing that Biden might lose. And if Biden loses and Trump wins, it's not just this abstract idea. It's not just, the last presidency of Trump. They're starting to realize that it could really, really be a disaster. That they're kind of rallying around Biden because it does look like he's going to lose. It's no longer just a possibility or just like, oh, well, it really is serious people and then business people are starting to say, we cannot let this happen. There are people out there who are in power and who generally would support Republicans, but they they're worried. They're like, if I say anything against Trump, he could just take me out. I mean, the Supreme Court decision, I think, is also playing into this because the Supreme Court has now given him limited immunity. So, if it's in his Trump's official capacity to imprison you because you've said something bad about him, there's nothing to stop him. So I'm actually even seeing Republicans or Republican senators who are worried. It's even like they are sort of secretly rooting for Biden. They don't want another Trump presidency. Imagine this: if you're a Republican senator, your chances of winning are really bad right now because of these policies. Uh, the changes are extraordinary, and among other things, business people don't like such huge changes. So, maybe if you're a senator or a business person, Trump represents an incredible risk to you. It's all well and good to complain about the Democrats and this and that, and you're just complaining and complaining, no matter how low the unemployment figures go. That's almost like a fun pastime. You can always blame the problems on someone else, but if you have a dictator, you don't get to complain. You just follow the rules, no matter how bad it gets. There are a lot of people who are conservative who are worried about this. Again, at the Supreme Court has really underscored dictatorship, that a president could pretty much justify anything and call it an official action. And even that Supreme Court, what are they going to do if Trump just says, I'm not doing what you told me? There's nothing to stop him. And as I look at the Supreme Court, they really are these people who believe in dictatorship. They really would rather have a Al Qaeda type country. But most people aren't like that. Even Republicans are generally not like that. There's a lot of independents who are generally not like that. So again, I think in a strange way, that performance has actually had a sort of reverse effect. It's like people are seeing the reality of what a Trump presidency could be like. Another one. It's making them think twice. So let's just take a look at the election. Well, it's funny because I see a lot of money around Trump. It's just like lots of money, just almost like floating in the air around him, and he seems really happy. But then there is a feeling of disappointment. It appears to me like the reality of Trump is sinking in for donors, and that it just in terms of the money, they're switching teams. Yeah, people like the stability of Biden. The economy in America is booming, absolutely booming. 4% increase in productivity, just remarkably good. And they don't want to change that. They're just powerful people are anticipating more Trump and the absolute just chaos that it would bring. It would bring chaos to business. And it shifts like Biden starts out, I'm unhappy. Now he's looking happier. And now it looks like money is flowing to him. It's almost like he like almost rises up. And the other good thing is that performance was so bad that someone, his debate performance, that they're all rethinking how they're doing this. And like even in the beginning when I was seeing him pushing the books sort of separate from him, it's like something didn't click until now. They're still doing the political tactics of 1972, and this sort of reality has hit them in the face. Like, oh my God, we're gonna lose if you don't change our strategy. And part of me is like, you deserve this, Democrats in power. What were you? What are you thinking? Where have you been? Why are you trying these old tactics? And it's looking better. It's like this. You're standing on a train tracks, and just at the last moment, you realize you're about to get hit by a train. Okay, the train's passing now. We'll give it a moment. Um, but it's like you've just dodged the train, and because you've just dodged the train, there's a sort of knockoff where the reality hits you that you need to be more careful. Things are not going to work in the future the way that they worked in the past. We have to um, strategize and do something. In a weird way, it's like Trump is making them rethink things. If you think about it, the Republican Party has completely changed. Maybe not in the best way, but they have changed. So why haven't the Democrats changed? And there are Democrats out there who are very loyal, concerned about the nation. It's more important to them that Biden wins than that they get to take his place. Like there's a real genuine seriousness and a genuine patriotism about this. In some ways, people are coming together strong, in a very strong way. Biden looks just a lot better. And I have to tell you, everybody, I'm kind of surprised about this. I wasn't necessarily very optimistic when I began this video. So let's just ask, like, what does Biden do? He gets rid of the script. He just gets rid of the script. It's like he takes the book and throws it aside. He's underlined a couple of things. He's reevaluated what the main points are. There's something to be said for wisdom and age and experience. It's extremely important that he do this, that he fulfill this mission. I have predicted that Trump won't show up for the debates, uh, and maybe that I was wrong about the last one about the debate, but it might also be that what I was seeing was um, some future debates that he won't show up for. So it's really important that Biden come out swinging every single day, that there's a constant pressure because Trump might not show up for the debates. I mean, if you were Trump, would you show up for the next debate? That's what's just disappointing. It's just disappointing when the Democrats just promise things and they never ever seem to be able to deliver, except on the economy. It's like basically they're really good at Republican things. They're not good at strategizing. And I see them going back to some of those people who are just a little too radical for them and saying, okay, we're ready to listen now. There is a degree of arrogance to the sort of elites in the Democratic Party, a degree of not listening and I'm a know it all, and just too much distance from regular people who have regular problems. Do you want to encourage everybody to send a message to your candidates, or send a message to your representatives in Congress, and voice your concerns. Really forcefully make it clear what you want them to do. It's going to be really close, but I do still feel like Biden's going to win the election. It's just, you know, like a badge. They put a badge on on Biden's chest. Biden's kind of saying sometimes things have to work like this. They have to just squeak by to wake everybody up, to get everybody involved. That is really what's going on here in the universe. That's just, hey, the work isn't over. It's not going to get easy for all of us tomorrow. The anxieties around this aren't just going to go away. They're not supposed to go away. They're supposed to keep these people in positions of power aware. The threat of Trump is huge. You know, could put you in prison. So you better work on this one. You better wake up and move forward and stop doing what you used to do. Start being a bit more realistic and energetic. It's not just our country that's at stake or winning. There's a existential threat here. All of these people are facing really desperate situation, and it's like we're being asked the question, do you want the democracy or not? Because it's not a passive act. Biden will win, but it will not be without heartache. Thanks so much for watching.